muke kira don girman Allah a raba Najeriya. Don girman Allah a taimake mu a raba Najeriya. Mu ina magana da yawun musulmi kuma ina magana da yawun 'yan arewa. Mu a matsayinmu na musulmi ba mu da buƙatar zama da inyamurai. Ba mu da buƙatar zama da inyamurai.
Hello, what's up guys? In this video we have yet another shocking call for Nigeria's division, this time from an Islamic cleric who openly says we don't want to live with Igbos. He claimed they are not trustworthy and even accused them of getting wealthy in the north unfairly. But here is the real question: why is no one calling him out? Just a few months ago, another cleric stood in a mosque and declared that if Nigeria isn't divided, there will be war. He used harsh words, insulted people, and threatened violence. But guess what? No DSS invitation, no police arrest, nothing. Meanwhile, others are arrested for simply expressing their opinions on Nigeria's future. Why the double standard? Now, this new cleric has been filmed saying almost the same thing, that Nigeria must be divided, that they don't want to live with Igbos, and that Igbos are killing their people. These are serious accusations, but is there any truth to them, or is this just another way to create division and tensions? Look, the reality is that many Nigerians, no matter their tribe or religion, know that this country isn't working. Corruption, insecurity, and poverty are everywhere. But while the common people suffer, a few wealthy elites, the so-called cabal, are benefiting from all the chaos. These are the people who don't want Nigeria to divide, who don't want to hear about referendum or restructuring. So why is it that when certain people talk about division, it is ignored, but when others do, they are labeled as criminals? What's really going on here? Guys, I will let you watch this video for yourself so you can see exactly what I am talking about. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already done so. Take a look guys, and remember to share your thoughts after watching.
Wanda muke kira don girman Allah a raba Najeriya. Don girman Allah a taimake mu a raba Najeriya. Mu ina magana da yawun musulmi kuma ina magana da yawun 'yan arewa. Mu a matsayinmu na musulmi ba mu da buƙatar zama da inyamurai. Ba mu da buƙatar zama da inyamurai. Ibo ba abokin zama bane, ba mutanen arziki bane. Bari in ba ku misalai kaɗan don mu wuce. Ka duba ka ga yadda mutanen nan suke arziki a ƙasanmu. Na yi magana ce wani hate speech, ko ba ka ke cewa ba wai hate speech. Ai mu speech din kawai muke yi, su kashe mu suke yi. Kwanan nan aka kama Ibo yana yin muryar Fulani yake yi, yana kashe mutane da sunan Fulani. Ba mu ba, Takumbu Asari ya fito ya ce babu wani Bafulatani da yake kashe mutane a ƙasar Ibo. Ƙarya ake, me yasa su Fulanin ba su kashe su ba? Me yasa kadai ƙasar Ibo suke kashewa? Ba gaskiya bane. Wannan wani sharri ne, in ji shi fa, wani sharri ne da Ibo suka kulla. Ba mutumin da yake da greediness, tsabagen son zuciya kamar Ibo. Duk inda ka zauna da shi sai dai ya cuce ka kafin ku zauna lafiya. Wannan yasa ba mu da bukatar zama da su. Sun cika Kano, sun cika Katsina, ga su a Sokoto, sun cika Abuja, ga su a Naija, ko ina Ibo sun cika, amma su ba ka zama garin su ka zauna lafiya. Mun yi wannan kalubale kuma muna ƙara yi. A gwada mana wata kasuwa guda ɗaya wadda aka gina a ƙasashen jihohin Ibo, wanda musulmi ɗaya ke da shago, wanda ɗan arewa ɗaya ke da shago. Idan akwai a nuna mana. Muna son a nuna mana wani musulmi ɗan arewa da yake zaune a ƙasar Ibo yana zaune lafiya. A nuna mana shi. Kenan babu. Waɗannan mutane menene amfanin zama da su? Muna kira ga gwamnati a yi tsarin da za a yi don Allah a raba mu da Ibo, a raba mu da inyamurai, su kama gabansu, mu kama gabanmu, a zauna lafiya. Irin wannan kisa da suke mana, kisan gilla, a nuna mana yaran mu kwance cikin jini muna cewa mabiya su yi haƙuri, wallahi akwai radda za mu sako su mu ce ku koya musu hankali. Ƙasar ta daɗe bata watse ba, idan ku gwamnati ne sai ku gwada mana a ranar ku gwamnati ne, kenan akan mu kuke gwada ku gwamnati ne. Wai ana cewa unknown gunmen sunan su kenan, yan bindigar da ba san su ba. Wallahi mu ma muna iya kirkiran yan bindigar da ba san su ba, domin me abin da aka ce karan bana maganin zoman bana, to kaji haka karatun yake. Wannan abin da ake yi ana sane, gwamnonin jihohin Ibo suna sane, da gangan suke bari ana kashe mutanenmu, da gangan suke bari, suna sane. Duk wanda ya ce ba sani ba ƙarya yake yi, sun sani. Gwamnatin tarayya tsoron su kuke ji ko yaya ne? Idan faranmu ya ɓaci al'amura za su ɓaci, kuma dole mu ga mu gaskiya. Ku kuma 'yan arewa, musamman manyan arewa waɗanda suke fama da mugun munafurci, wai mutum bai san Allah bane ar-Razzaku, wai idan an rabu ba mu da man fetur din me menene ko man fetur? Ana magana imani, kana magana man fetur, saboda kai baka san Allah ba. Mu ɗauka ma ba mu da man fetur, sai me su kawo man fetur su saida mana, mu saida musu akuya, mu saida musu bunsuru, mu saida musu rago, mu saida musu shanu, mu saida musu masara, mu saida musu wake. Ciniki ba haramun bane. Idan inyamuri zai shigo yankin mu sai yayi biza, idan muka kama shi ba biza mun nakaɗa mai dan uban kashi, wallahi haka za a yi. Ba mu da buƙatar zama da inyamurai, kuma ko kun kira mu so 10 kun ja kunnen mu, haka za mu gaya muku. Na san kuna jina. Mu ba mu buƙatar zama da inyamurai, muna fatan a raba Najeriya, kowa ikama gefensa. Ba mu buƙatar zama da inyamurai. Idan ko ba haka ba, ku tsawata musu akan kashe mutanenmu, wallahi za mu ɗauki mataki. Amma wallahi ba za a ci gaba haka ba. Yanzu nan bayanin da ake mana a majalisar limamai a nan Lafai ta jihar Naija, Lafai ina ce? Tsakiya arewa ce. Aka samu inyamuri ya kama yarinya musulma, ya kai ta ɗaki kwana 3, ya kwalkwala idanunta, ya kwalkwala farjinta, ya ainihin kashe ta, yanke hannunta. Ya jama'a, yanzu don Allah, idan aka samu bahaushe ɗaya ko musulmi ɗaya a ƙasar Igbo ya kama ɗiyarsu, ya yanke mata idanu, ya mata ta'addanci, ya kuke ganin za a ƙare?
Now you heard what this Islamic cleric said. To be sincere, it's very unfortunate that somebody can come up and be saying things like this, because these are the things that we talk about. We don't want this kind of rhetorics where somebody will come and start to talk down on another people or another tribe or another language. Now, almost everything this man is saying, as far as I'm concerned, they are not right. First of all, he is talking about trade and commerce and everything. Like I always said, Nigeria is in a way that there is no tribe that has denied any tribe of doing anything. So the market is free. Market is free for anybody to come into the market and to sell and to trade and to make profit. So how can somebody say it's somebody that has marginalized him in the market? I think the market is a free enterprise that anybody can come in and anybody can go out. We are free to come and trade. We are free to come and buy. We are free to come and sell. So how can he stand and claim that the Igbos are prospering in the market in the north and they are not prospering in the south? I believe that he, as a Hausa man, has a right to be in the southeast and to prosper. So if government has not stopped you, then you have to go and strive and make it. You can't allow a private person who is doing his market and he's making his profit to now open a way and allow you to come and start doing your own. So you can't blame a private person. You are the one that will strive in that market to see that you also strive and you also have your market, and it's a competitive market. So for that, somebody cannot come and lay claim that in his area he has allowed, others don't allow. I don't agree. I don't agree with that kind of narrative. Yes, we know the Igbos are more industrious when it comes to trade and commerce. Maybe they know the way. Maybe you need to learn from them how they do it. But to now say because of that they stop you and you allow them, I don't believe they stop you. Because if anybody that has the right to stop you has to be the government. And if the government in the southeast have not stopped you, and you believe the private person has not given you a chance, then you don't have any means to cry about. So first of all, this reason he is given does not hold water for me. Now the second reason he is given is about using a Fulani tongue to do kidnapping and to behave like Fulani. Now listen, in every tribe in Nigeria and all people of Nigeria, there are good people and there are bad people. There is no way the activity of one person can be used to generalize a whole people. So if one person has done an act of criminality, then let that person face the music. So because of the criminality of one person cannot be used to generalize a whole people, because there are good people among them and there will always be bad people, just like every other tribe in Nigeria. So for that reason, you are giving it as a reason because you say one Igbo person was caught imitating a Fulani. For that, you don't want to be with Igbos. Does it make sense? It doesn't make sense to me. It doesn't make sense to me. Even the one you are talking about, ritual harvesting the human part, is still an individual thing, and you cannot tell me, he cannot tell me that there are no Hausa person that's involved in decapitating or using ritual things to kill anybody. These things are happening everywhere. Even Yorubas are doing it, even Igbos are doing it, even Hausa. Just the minute number of people, very minute. In every tribe you must have somebody like that who wants to make it not the right way, but the way of the demons and the devil. So for that, I don't see any good reason this man is given why he is now saying the Igbo are this, the Igbo are that, the Igbo are this, the Igbos are that. I don't see any good reason he's given. And like I said in my other video, to be sincere, if the northern Muslim want to go, I don't believe we, the middle belt, we want to follow them. No, I don't believe we want to follow them. And I don't want Nigeria to disintegrate. That's just the truth. I don't want Nigeria to disintegrate. So some of these rhetorics that are coming is the reason why I do this kind of videos that I do. When I hear rhetorics that don't make sense, I have to come and say out and call out what is wrong. What is wrong? Because a video like this is very wrong. A divisive video like this, a video where some people will now say is the other tribe that is a problem, instead of all to look at holistically and see the entire problem of Nigeria is a holistic problem. It cannot be one tribe that is the problem of Nigeria. No, every tribe is complicit. Every tribe cannot extricate itself. No tribe can extricate itself, because there must be always a bad person in whatever tribe you are that perpetuates bad thing in Nigeria, which has caused us to be where we are today. So nobody should always point finger at one tribe. It is a general thing, and it is all of us who are not enjoying the system and who have allowed the bad eggs in our midst to crook their way and become crooked and crook their way into making us have this kind of economy that we have, or this kind of standard of living that we're having today while they're enjoying. It is all of us that will join hands to see that we flush out these bad eggs so that everybody can enjoy this country that we have. These things that are heating up Nigeria. Nigeria is the only country we have. Nigeria is the only country we have. When we destroy this country, some of us will think, hey, when we break and go our way, it will be better for us. But we don't know. You don't know until you are there. There are a lot of things that people have done. They think it's going to go better for them, but they don't know. I remember South Sudan, they believe that when they break away from North Sudan, that's when it's going to be good for them. That's when they'll have all this prosperity. But when they broke away from North Sudan, that is when they started fighting themselves with all manners of war between themselves. Now they don't have the common enemy, which is Sudan. Now they have themselves, and up to today it is not a stable country. They are fighting wars between themselves because they didn't look at some things before they broke away. Now a lot of people are not looking at some things because Sometimes you don't know the bigger family is better. So I'm telling you, you don't know until you break away to a very small country, then you will know that when we were a larger family, it is better. Now look at what is happening today. We know a lot of Nigeria migrates away. Let's look like the Igbos now. They want to break away out of Nigeria. Now I know they travel out, they go to a lot of countries, but they should look at the trend now. The trend now is that every country wants to send, especially Nigerians, back to Nigeria. The UK had their own. They came out with 2 weeks of protest that immigrants should leave UK. Even killing some people. In UK that you will say is the most tolerant of different ethnicities. UK came out, and the government was able to quell that protest. But that thing is still in the heart of people. If the UK gets somebody to rise up like a Trump and begin to speak like Trump, a lot of Nigerians, they will not know how they'll be repatriated back to Nigeria. Now look at what is happening in America. Now look at how South Africa, they want Nigeria back. Look at how Kenya, they want Nigeria back. So you will need a country that has a broader market, that wherever you go, you feel like you're a citizen, nobody will send you back. Pack it. Even Ghana, thinking of sending Nigeria back. Even Ghana, our next level. Now I found out that Ghana, they want to clear even Nigerians out of local markets. That Nigeria is spoiling their local markets. Now these are some of the things that some people who are advocating for the breaking of Nigeria, they are not putting into cognizance, because they don't know that the larger market that they have, that they can be everywhere. You can be in Abakaliki, you can be in Lagos, you can be in Kano, you can be in Sokoto, you can be everywhere. You can open your market, and you have a broader market, and you have a belonging that this is your country. Nobody can come tomorrow and say anything, even when there is a crisis, or some people say regional crisis, but Constitution has given you right to stay. Nobody can come and say, you can stand on the Constitution and say, I have every right to be here, as applause. So even you Northerners, you don't know what the plus you have when we are together. So I think the problems we should be fighting for is equity, fairness, and being brother's keeper. There are a lot of things that are happening in Nigeria today that is because of mistrust or distrust that has brought us to where we are. If only we can build ourselves to where we can start trusting each other, we will have a better country if we are one Nigeria. A lot of narratives flying about. Look at what this Islamic cleric is saying about the Igbos, damning the Igbos, this, Igbo, that. We all know some of these things are false. Yes, in the open, he will say, yes, Igbo are more dominant in the trade and commerce, yes, but they have not stopped anybody from being in the trade and commerce. Same way Igbos can say, Hausa are more dominant in politics, but there's no any other Igbo that has been denied politics. And Igbo man say he wants to be president, and somebody say, no, because you're Igbo, you cannot vie to be president. That has not happened in this country. It has not happened. There is no dispensation of Nigeria that I have not seen an Igbo man coming out to be president of Nigeria. So, some of these things, but I think some of the narrative we hear is a trust issue. When we can mend this trust issue, it's going to help us a lot. Now I'm talking as a minority person. I see that if Nigeria breaks, it's not going to be well with me, the minority person. And it's not going to be well with even everyone that thinks he wants to go to his region. I am telling you, it's not going to all go well. I believe that let us have a common ground where all we think about is prosperity of the nation, economic development, enhancement of standard of living. Let's have a country where we all think of this country and build it. All these rhetorics of we trying to break away, we trying this one accusing this one accusing that, is still what is making us backward. It's still the reason, if people don't know, it's our disunity is the biggest reason for corruption in Nigeria. I am telling you, no matter how you want to say it, corruption thrives because of disunity. If there is unity, there is one purpose. I think even the corrupt person will not want to be corrupt, because if he takes the entire Nigeria as his own, he will not feel any reason to be corrupt. Why is it most of the people are corrupt? Because they just feel like very soon this country will break. Let me just pack the one I've gathered, because they don't even have confidence in the nation. It will break, and they want to just steal, because it's not going to be one. They believe it's not going to be one nation. It will break one day, and they don't have this stake, like this stake, the patriotism for the nation. It's gone. It's gone. So it is what I can get today. I don't believe in the future of this nation. But when you see people who believe in the future of their nation, you will see how even the people that want to steal, they'll know if they make it a better nation for their children tomorrow, it's better than if they steal and their children have all the money, but their children don't have the peace to come out and be secured and be at peace. You see? So some of these things, some of this corrupt tendency is caused because of our disunity. You don't know, and it is even because of our disunity that drives the corruption. Because even the person that doesn't have will now feel it's better let his man steal, because the other man too is stealing. You see how disunity is fueling corruption and is bringing us backward. I think we should have a way to have unity between ourselves. I know a lot of people say we have different culture, we are different people, we are this, we are that. Yes, we can have our different cultures, our different way of doing things, our difference. But one thing that can unite us is nation building, is standard of living, improved standard of living, is economic development, is infrastructural development. These things, they cut across all kinds of cultures and religion and whatever. When people's livelihood is being uplifted, they have one voice. One voice that every set of people have is that let our standard of living be enhanced, regardless of what culture. But when we have a country that is so divided, that is where we are going to face all the problems we are facing. So if it is restructuring, we need less restructure. If it is fight against corruption, let's have one voice and fight against corruption, and let's have a country that moves forward. But disintegration is going to be a problem, and I know we, the middle belt, we are going to suffer it the most. This disintegration, yes, because we are in the middle of these big giants. We are in the middle between the north and the south. When these two are fighting, we are in the middle. So we are the battlegrounds of the fight between the north and the south. And disintegration will not going to be well for us. And one Nigeria is much better for everybody.
One thing I've noticed, Premier, while I've been here, is that Northerners seem to have, I might almost call it, obsession about the Igbos. Could you perhaps explain that to me?
Well, the Igbos are more or less the type of people whose desire is mainly to dominate everybody. If they go to a village, to a town, they want to monopolize everything in that area. If you put them in a labor camp as a laborer, within a year they will try to emerge as headman of that camp, and so on. Well, in the past, our people were not alive to their responsibilities, because you can see from our northernization policy that in 1952, when I came here, there weren't 10 Northerners in our civil service here. Then I tried to have it northernized, and now all important posts are being held by Northerners.
Is this policy of filling all key posts in the north solely with Northerners and not with other Nigerians a temporary or permanent one?
In actual fact, what it is a Northerner first. If you can't get a Northerner, then we take an expatriate like yourself on contract. If we can't, then we can employ another Nigerian, but on contract too. This is going to be permanent, I should say, as far as I can foresee, because it will be rather dangerous to see the number of boys who are now turning from all our learning institutions, coming out with having no work to do. I'm sure whichever government of the day might be, it will feel rather embarrassed, and it might even lead to bloodshed.
Doesn't this damage the idea, sir, of all people in all regions in Nigeria being fellow citizens of one country?
Well, it might, but you are, new to our region, but how many northerners are employed in the east or in the west? The answer is no. And if there are, there may be 10 laborers employed only in the two regions.